Jailoshini Naidoo is joining me in studio. She is starring in the upcoming comedy Keeping Up with the Kandasamys, and she's here to tell us all about it. Hello.
Hi, I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming in. Now, this movie looks absolutely hilarious.
It is.
I've only seen the trailer. Some of my colleagues have seen the full-length film. Why don't you start off by introducing us to your character?
Okay, I play the part of Jennifer Kandasamy, Keeping Up the Kandasamys, and I think just by the title, Keeping Up with the Kandasamys, you probably figure out by now that my character Jennifer is a little bit of a snob. She is very cool, very detached, quite la-di-da. She's a corporate executive. She runs her family like a really, I mean, she's in control. She's a very less is more character. They have made it, the Kandasamys, and next door to us are the Naidoos, and they haven't quite made it. So there's this thing throughout the movie where Shanti Naidoo is constantly trying to keep up with Jennifer Kandasamy, and they're the two women, and the story centers around the rivalry between the two women, Jennifer and Shanti. Shanti is the total opposite of Jennifer. She's a more character in every way, physicality, the things she wears, busy, you know, and Jennifer's just like very less is more. So they can't stand the sight of each other. They live next door to each other. And it's set in Chatsworth, which is wonderful. It's my hometown. It's where I grew up. And a lot of people grew up there, can identify with so much when it comes to the community in Chatsworth. So it's, you know, if you know Chatsworth, the houses are very close to each other. And your neighbors become your family, kind of.
Everybody knows everybody.
Everybody knows everybody. You're getting a visitor, you want to feed them, you can run next door and borrow stuff. It's just one big, vibrant, colorful, happy, dynamic community. And so these two people live next door to each other. The Kandasamys have extended their house many times, like many people in Chatsworth. The Naidoos haven't. We drive the fancy cars, they don't. And there's the wall separating us. So it's pretty funny that they hate each other, and a lot of the humor comes from that, especially because their kids fall in love with each other, and they don't want that, of course. So.
Have you ever had this kind of neighbor rivalry in real life?
No, not really, but I have seen it. I have taught in a high school in Chatsworth for many years as well, so I've seen that. And, you know, people get on their high horses a little bit, and then they kiss and make up and all kind of. I'm not going to tell you whether Jennifer and Shanti kiss and make up in this movie. You have to watch it. But it's really the most colorful, vibrant movie with some amazing characters, some fantastic performances by everybody who's in it. And it's going to be a real roller coaster of emotions for the audience. It's going to be wonderful.
I love hearing about comedies that are shot in South Africa because, I mean, when you're shooting a dramatic film, you know, everyone's very serious on set, but when you're shooting a comedy, you know, it's fun, it's very lighthearted, the mood is always upbeat. Can you tell me about any bloopers that happened or anything that happened behind the scenes that we're not going to see in the movie?
Oh, let me think. There were many.
I can imagine.
It's just the chemistry between Jailoshini Naidoo and I, who played Jennifer and Shanti, the leads in the movie. There's a lovely chemistry. We found a lovely chemistry between us that often spilled over into the whole production, the whole set, the crew, the rest of the cast. Everybody kind of got in on it. We hated each other on camera. We carried the rivalry on off camera. Very, having a dig at each other all the time. Yeah. So we'd constantly do it, and our poor DOP as well. I mean, we'd get on set sometimes, and I would say to him, you know, Justice, you shot Jailoshini yesterday, and it must be so difficult working with an unprofessional actress. It must have been really hectic for you, and thankfully today you're going to have me. And so she would like get in on the action, and he would go, I'm not getting involved in this at all.
Why
because
are you bringing me into this?
I mean, people in the cast would even say hello to me, and she would go, oh, so I don't exist, it's only her. And so we had this thing that just spilled over, and everybody had fun. But there were a lot of little funny moments and there were bloopers, like you said. My Miriam Basa, who plays my mother-in-law, who's referred to as Aya in the movie, and everybody has an Aya, that granny, interfering granny, who has something to say about everything. She's constantly on the telephone with her friend, and she and it's a mother-in-law, daughter-in-law problem. Jennifer can't stand the sight of her mother-in-law, and the mother-in-law never misses an opportunity to get a dig in somewhere about her daughter-in-law. So that causes a lot of humor. And there's some things that Aya has to do in the movie that is so hilarious. And but I don't want to say too much about exactly what blooper, because I don't want to give it away.